Hey now, what you are about to hear is a free preview of one of this week's premium episodes of The Dumb Zone. If you would like to hear this program in full, along with the full archive, If you would like to hear this program in full with the archive of all of our past episodes, you can subscribe at dumbzone.com. Can you name every team's kicker if I just threw you any team?
Yeah.
Like Bengals?
Sure.
Who do we got in the Bengals?
Evan McPherson.
Okay. We'll just we'll occasionally throw one out just to see if you actually can.
Sounds good.
Football-wise, so during the game, I noticed other teams are not even kicking to Turpin anymore, or at least they didn't this past game. What is your goal on kickoffs? Because they only had one return on yours, and it was actually for 36 yards. So I would imagine that's not the goal.
Yeah, goal is decided on each week, even each kick. We could do a little huddle before the kickoff, and that's where I get my marching orders. So the first two kickoffs were put in play to a particular player based on wherever they line up. And then after that, obviously we had the tough injury to Wanye, who's been a superstar for us on special teams. So hopefully we can get him back in some capacity before the end of the year, because I think he was pushing for Pro Bowl with how well he was playing on special teams. But after that injury, with him and Marquise Bell, who's another superstar on special teams, out, it's just touchbacks. So we had, I think, four more kickoffs, and we just wanted touchbacks at that point. So just smash them as far as they can. Back
so
to the old
what's
ways.
a touchback now? 30?
30, yeah.
Okay. It's a little confusing, but I don't know. Where do you stand so far? Do you like the new one, the new kickoffs?
I love the new kickoffs. I think it's exciting. It brings value to players like the ones I just mentioned with Wanye Thomas and Marquise Bell. They're going out there and getting double-digit tackles. We have a couple of other guys on special teams that play all four phases, and now with kickoff, putting the ball back in play, that's like another 50 or so tackles if you do it consistently on the board for guys to go get stats and bring to their agents so they can negotiate better contracts. So I think that's a lot of fun, and then it brings value to guys like Turp, who can really return the ball. If you mess up and hit one off your toe and put it in play, then you're going to have to get him on the ground or give up 7 points. So I enjoy it, and it gives me something to go out and practice, and can kind of have mind games with the return team out there, line up, like I'm going right, kick it left, line up left, go right, line up left, go left, just hit a knuckleball. It's a lot more fun. And going back to hit those touchbacks, we tried to hit two in Washington, but I hadn't practiced that in so long that my form got a bit rusty. So I kind of towed them and put them 2 or 3 deep, and then they're able to bring them out if they wanted to. But I got that form back in this game and was just kind of hammering them out the back. But, that's a lot more stressful on my leg than just putting them in play with very little hang time. So I enjoy the new kickoffs. Long-winded way to say I love the new kickoff.
So on the times where you are just going to bang it through, if you're going to have to do it, take the wear and tear on your leg, next year, what if we aim for the kettle?
Ooh, that's a good idea. I didn't even think of that.
That's why I'm here. I didn't either. But now, next year, just one of them, just really let it rip and see if
But that'll get on all the highlights.
It'll get on highlights, and you know what that means? It'll mean more money for the Salvation Army.
And Jerry will love that, yeah. You'll get a contract that
as long as I don't get the fine. I'm not in it, right? It's just the ball, so I can't find that.
Yeah. And then the Overshone batted that pass in the air, and that was the first play of a drive. Did you have your helmet on? And were you ready to get right back out there?
So normally I would be sitting down on the bench watching defense, but Wanye had just gotten injured because I was right after the Wanye injury, and obviously he's near and dear to my heart. So I was kind of talking with the medical staff, trying to see if I could figure out what was going on. And I had my back to the field. I wasn't really paying attention. My helmet was on the bench where I should have been. So yeah, it was a mess. I had to sprint over, grab my helmet, and get on the field. But I've luckily been there, done that now, so I'm able to handle that.
Okay. Was wondering about that. Let me ask you this. I don't know if Jake knows about this. Who is Brianna Ladwig? Do you know?
Oh, that's the illustrator for the book. Jen just
Is
saved
Jen
me from
listening
the
to
other
our
room.
show?
Wow, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. No, she's awesome. Jen's always paying attention.
Always lurking somewhere. That's
Yeah,
funny.
she's feeding Colton in the other room, so she's eyes or ears wide open.
Okay. So, yes, you are the author of a children's book.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so the production company Kraken Book approached my there it is. Yeah, approached my agent and basically just wanted to tell my story in the form of a children's book. And Jefferson Knapp, who is kind of running the project, is a writer. He sat down with me and had me go over my story with him, and then he turned it into just the rhymes you'll see, like kind of one paragraph rhymes that you'd see in a children's book. And we went back and forth editing it. But yeah, Jefferson did the majority of the writing, just listened to my story and put it together. And then Bree is handling the illustrations, and you can see how great those look. Kind of just giving input on what the illustrations, what idea I have ideas for illustrations, and then she brings them to life, sends them off to me, and I kind of approve them or ask her to change a few things here and there. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun to work on. Jefferson and Bree are handling absolutely the lion's share of the work. I'm just kind of here as creative input and just putting my brand on it and my story in it. So happy to be a part of this. It's been an awesome experience.
Dallas Cowboys All-Pro kicker Brandon Aubrey introduces his first children's book, One Dream in Front of the Other. What do you do when you get so close to a dream only to see it unfulfilled? What if you knew a bigger dream was right around the corner? Brandon Aubrey's One Dream in Front of the Other will give young readers an inspiration on the journey through Aubrey's life story from a childhood dream of professional soccer to instead becoming an all-pro kicker for the Dallas Cowboys. The life lessons along the way will teach you when one door is closed, another could be opening. The first 1,000 pre-orders autographed by Brandon Aubrey.
Hey now.
I got one in the cart at KrakenBooks.com right now.
Is that
Love
what it is?
that.
I don't
Kraken
even want the freebie. I just kind of
Appreciate
assumed, pretty presumptuously there, that he would give us a freebie.
Yeah, tell Jen I want one.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'll work on it.
Also, I really do appreciate the first line there that Dan read. Dallas Cowboys All-Pro kicker Brandon Aubrey introduces his first children's book.
With the assumption.
Again, that there will be a long line of these, which, why not?
Yeah.
Why
Sure.
not?
Let's see how this one does, and maybe there'll be more.
Maybe this will be, it'll be the third door opened or whatever, right?
New Shell
When I'm on to
Silverstein
the
or something.
MLB, right?
Yeah, what if, like, he's becomes the new
He
whatever?
fights Jake Paul.
Did you
I
watch
don't know
that?
about the fighting. I tried. I couldn't get the stream.
Yeah, we
to
talked
work.
about this.
Oh,
He-
we did?
He
All
bailed
right.
out.
Frustrating.
Okay.
Netflix. Jerry couldn't get him a
Yeah.
good hookup.
So yesterday, I saw you visited the Children's Hospital, and I think I'm kind of with you that. I mean, you had such a quick rise to the NFL. Like, are you used to people thinking you're awesome yet? Like, is that still weird for you?
Yeah, it's very weird. I feel like just a generic white guy walking through the mall sometimes or whatever, and he gets stopped. Like yesterday, I went to Target just to grab some diapers, and I'm carrying a box of diapers, wearing just like a old beaten up T-shirt that I sleep in that I probably should have changed before I went out, and some sweatpants. And some kid stopped me and was like, "Hey, you look really familiar. Are you Brandon Aubrey?" I'm like, "Oh gosh, yes, yes." But no, you don't get used to it. And I don't really, I just don't know how to describe it. It's a weird feeling. But I'm thankful for it. It means I'm doing well, and people are excited that I'm on the team. So hopefully it stays that way.
No, it's really cool. How does
you shouldn't wear the helmet though.
Yeah, why
That
did you
gives
have
it away.
why did you have one black and one white shoe on at Target?
Yes, I don't understand how people recognize.
I know, it's weird.
Kicker out in public.
The real question though is how the wife feels about like being noticed, because for us, I'll just say for me, the very little bit of notoriety we get, my wife is very quick to be like, "You're really not shit though. Like, let's make sure you know, like it's just cool. You got this thing going, but you know."
I think it's the other way around here. Jen thinks I'm really cool and everyone should want to see me and meet me, but I kind of think the exact opposite of that. So I think we got the opposite going here.
Takes all types.
Yeah.
I got another thing to show you that I don't know if somebody sent me this. Can you pull it up, Blake? I think I can't because of my audio, but it's a new sport apparently that's sweeping some nations.
Yeah.
Foot golf. So basically, it's soccer with a giant hole.
Okay.
Soccer balls. And actually, I mean, it's the full course. You will.
Oh, look at that slope.
You go to a golf. It's basically use a golf course, but just make the hole really big. This is a very tough kick this guy's going to make.
Oh, yeah. I like what he did there.
You have to read that green.
Get in there.
Oh,
yeah. That's cool.
I love it.
I've seen a hole in one. Somebody kick off from whatever. It's. Have you seen that? And would you like to be a part of that?
I've seen it on Instagram, and maybe that's a retirement sport, but probably can't enjoy some beverages out on that course like you can with golf. So I might just stick with golf. Don't want to take myself too seriously when I'm doing stuff like that, and I feel like with it being in my realm, I would definitely take myself way too seriously doing something like that. So I'll stick with golf.
Are you a golf guy?
I want to be. I'm just terrible. Lucky to break 100.
Who do you play with?
A lot of my wife's coworkers, and then some occasionally the specialists will get a chance to go out and play. Not so much in season, but training camp, try and go out and play once or twice.
Well, I figured all the kickers would get together in the off season and play.
They used to. Brian was telling me about one of the kickers putting, I think it was Josh Scobie. It might have been who put on an event like that for all the kickers to go out, kickers, punters, long snappers, all the specialists. But I'm not aware of one now. So yeah, if anybody wants to take up that task of putting something like that on for the specialists, I'd show up.
Well, why not be the guy?
Yeah, I'm a terrible planner.
Oh,
You're the all-pro. You got to lead from the front.
Man, yeah.
Tampa Bay's kicker. Tampa Bay's kicker. Who's Tampa Bay's kicker?
Chase McLaughlin.
Okay.
it's impressive.
Just wanted to see.
It's impressive. All right, man. Well, we appreciate you taking the time today, and let's get this
Arizona
next one.
kicker.
Raiders on IR, so now we got Chad Ryland there.
Man,
Wow.
that's extra credit.
Too deep on the specialist.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Jake.
No, you're fine. We're done. You guys enjoy the week. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
All right, there he goes. Cowboys kicker Brandon Aubrey. Children's book. That's cool. I want you to write one.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Come to you on that front.
Actually, I was thinking about this last night for some reason. How is the kids' entertainment game these days? Because you guys would always talk about Bluey and everything, and maybe it was because I heard a Bowling for Soup song and it got me nostalgic for Phineas and Ferb. Like, I really liked Phineas and Ferb.
Hold on.
I liked watching it with my kids.
You're doing this?
What?
Let's find out what our kids are consuming in the Dumb Zone Kids Content Corner. Woohoo!
I didn't even know we had this.
Go on.
This is the Dumb Zone Kids Content Corner. Do I have to listen to this music the whole time? Or?
No, it's fading out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What's the kids' entertainment game like these days?
For us,
Like, what are you into?
Bluey still bangs, even though obviously there's probably 120 episodes of 7
there's a
minutes.
lot.
We've seen all. That's just our morning thing.
Except for the 30-minute one.
Yeah,
So you've seen them all.
for sure. They're
Many
7
times.
minutes long.
Okay.
That's what she wants in the morning. Well, she eats breakfast on the couch. We do probably 2 or 3 of those. But outside of that, man, so our challenge right now is we don't want to watch. This is so ridiculous. This is how far we've fallen. We want Carter to only watch actual shows rather than YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're in that boat.
So there's a show on Netflix.
Oh, why you're fighting?
Well,
evolution.
So
No.
if we put on Thomas the Train, or there's a show on Netflix just called Trash Trucks, and it's just cartoon trash trucks solving problems and mystery.
Da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da,
The whistle?
da, 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 da,
That's
da,
a good theme too, bro.
da, 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 da.
That's a good song.
It is. It's a good show.
Those are what, 15 to 20 minutes?
Yeah.
And it's a story. Whereas
And it has an end.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas with the YouTube videos, he figured out real quick. We would fire one up, he would say fire truck. He'd watch that for 90 seconds and then go trash truck. 2 minutes later, what's another one? Tractor.
So it just feeds your
Yeah, and it
what do you call it?
Attention
Attention,
deficit
yeah.
disorder,
Yeah.
and that's why we do it. It's like, it's 30 seconds a new video, 30 seconds new video, and at least if it's one consistent show, you would like to think that they're at least sitting down, focused, following a storyline, maybe remembering things from the episode.
yeah.
I jump through the same mental gymnastics of this is not that bad because
Yeah.
all of these reasons, when it's
So
probably all the
it's
same.
better than the YouTube video, 100 YouTube videos.
Yeah.
For
in,
sure.
in your head.
Somebody
Yeah.
actually like put thought into it. I know it sounds silly, but like Blake is saying, there is a construction of a story.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes there's a message, whereas other ones are just, okay, let's watch this hot Eastern European blonde lady with an accent. Just be like,
You got me.
The excavator comes, digs up at the dirt, and
Yeah.
then it's over in 2 minutes, and we're on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. And it's maddening, dude.
And you guys don't know who Lori Berkner is?
I do, from Bad Radio.
Okay, because Lori Berkner is a kids entertainer.
Yeah.
And, kids songs, we bought all her CDs and everything. And I still love them today. If I hear one of the songs, it's great.
Are they originals?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like she did.
I mean, she'll do
Wheels
a
on the
coming
Bus.
around the mountain version, but she also has her own originals. And I thought she's genius because her audience is always this same size, whatever, 50 million, whatever, however many kids are that age. And then it's always new to them. Like, there's always, kids will turn a year older, and now she has a whole giant new audience. Like, it's brilliant.
It's a great thing about high school girls.
Yeah. But it doesn't seem to be working that way. Like, obviously she did cash in, but it's like she's not still a thing. Like, maybe in the old days it would, like, hey, Sesame Street, that's a thing for 40 years. Whereas now, even kids' tastes are changing as, 5 year, my kids are not watching the same things that your kids watch.
I think there's something to that, but it's not as bad as you think. Because, for example, I knew about Blippi when that video of him shitting on that guy came out. That had to have been 7-8 years ago. And
Is Blippi still big?
yeah,
Yeah, huge.
huge. And so much so, like, Nora was kind of into it, but Carter's really into it. So he's had at least a 10-year run of, like, I remember when that video came out, parents telling me, friends of ours who had kids already, that were like, yeah, this guy's on in our house all the time. Coco Melon.
Mm-hmm.
That one I think has been around for a while. We don't do that a ton, but we do their songs.
I won't let Brooks watch it.
I saw a thread about it over the weekend that it's like genetically created to rot their brains in some way, which
What's I won't let him watch it?
it's like puts them into a trance or something. The colors and the sound together. I don't know.
My general rule is I won't let Brooks watch anything that has accents.
Peppa Pig is a big kill for me.
Because one of my buddies brought his daughter over who began speaking in a British accent because of Peppa Pig.
Yeah, it's tough to beat.
And I thought, not in my house.
He's onto something.
You're not going to talk like a Brit under my roof.
Yeah. And the worst part of it is when there's an extension of this. Like, Nora started doing it, and then she would do it, because I'm like, and she would do it with my mom, and my mom thought it was cute, so they would start doing it back and forth, which now means it's okay. It's validation. So what am I going to do? Tell my mom, like, look, my kid, my rules. None of that British shit. That was a tricky one. But I think Peppa Pig was around like when your girls were younger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that one still is around. I mean, they just built Peppa Pig World at Grapevine Mills.
But to answer your question, anything from pop culture that you like, there is now a kid's version of it. You're a Batman guy, there's a cartoon Batman. There's a Lego Batman.
The Spider-Man one's actually pretty good.
There's the Spider-Man one. There's everything from pop culture into a kid's version now.
The boys?
No, not there yet.
I guess his point is, for a minute it seemed like you were hopeful that as a society we have any creativity at all. We don't. We're just still playing the classics and bangers. Yeah. Just different versions of the same stuff. It's pretty much the same stuff.
I used to always theorize before I discovered my friend wrote a children's book that anyone who did children's stuff was kind of a hack in their field. Just like Laurie Berkner, I'm sure originally wanted to be like a pop star or something.
Yeah.
And then that's not working the way she wants it and somehow stumbles into the kids genre and kills it.
Well,
and so more power to her.
Yeah, I think a better comparison for your friend who wrote the children's book is if he were leading the Richland Youth Association 8-year-old division in field goals.
Yeah.
He did kind of cross industry.
No, that's and obviously they.
I know what you're saying,
but yeah, using his name.
I remember the first time we ever talked about Blippi. I think Jimmy was on with us, Nelson, and we were talking about it, and he's like, "Oh," I was explaining. I was like, he used to do these like shock videos, and I think he did some advertisements. Then I played a Blippi video, and Jimmy's like, "Oh, you're telling me this character wasn't his first choice?" Like, they all probably wanted to do something else.
I mean, I guess like Larry the Cable Guy started trying to be Seinfeld or something.
Sure.
Rush Limbaugh started being a left-wing guy, right?
Yeah.
And that wasn't catching it, so he started this other character that did catch on.
Did go see Moana 2 last week.
So what are we going to pivot to?
Yeah, we need
to bro down and make big money?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm in.
There's always gay.
Like just a gay podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, first.
We have to do gay stuff and then talk about it?
Yeah.
We already kind of do that.
Yeah, you're going to give him a foot job at 10K subs, aren't you?
Without even thinking twice about it.
I thought it was 15. Now we're at 10?
Maybe it's
It
7.
was 8.
Went to go see Moana 2. That was my daughter only one time asked, "When is this over?" And it was pretty late in the movie. And she's got some attention issues for sure.
Popcorn done?
Yeah.
Do you guys get popcorn every time?
This might only be the second time I've been to the movies with her, but yes. There's you bottomless popcorn. They try to upsell you on the Moana cup. No.
Popcorn buys you a lot of time at a football game.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, not cheap either, but
no,
but I ate like I was
cup.
at the Alamo draft out. Like I was like, I just told my wife, I'm like, I'm sorry, this is gonna be embarrassing, but I'm eating a lot, and I did. Also, the movie's not near as good as the first one. I'm sorry to break it to anybody out there. Didn't need to be made.
Is what's the fish name? Is that still a thing?
Nemo. Yeah, I mean, we were obsessed
Nemo
with
is
that
something
for a while.
we watched 150 times.
Yeah, for sure. But dude, again, think about it. My daughter for like a 2-year period was only watching Disney movies from the 50s and 60s. Like, we're not really coming up with that much new stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they're making another Toy Story next year.
Yeah, that's lame. No, I have a hard, fast rule on Christmas. You guys know this. So I wouldn't let Brooks watch any Christmas stuff outside of the month of December. And so
God, you're weird.
Starting 2 days ago, he could start watching Elf again. He loves the movie Elf. And he loves the original Rudolph.
Yeah, original Rudolph. That one
that we
still
watched.
hits pretty hard. Some scary parts. I'm still
But
pretty
he loves
freaked
the
out
monster,
by the
loves the
abominable
Island
snowman.
of Misfit Toys.
Ugh.
But he'll...
Let's break that down.
We did.
Yeah.
Have we done that?
With Brunig.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We did break that down.
Yeah, Santa was not...
Santa's a mean
labor
guy.
friendly.
Yeah. Okay, I forgot we did that. Damn.
Can I play you some sports stuff, or what's your plan here?
Let's go.
Okay, I'm going to start with this. I played you a couple...
You don't have a close for kid talk?
No, not really.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Please don't play it again.
Ha ha!
Thumbs up.